As I have done a lot more video conferencing in recent days, I have unfortunately seen some unprofessional manners as well. Here are a few video conferencing etiquette rules that need to be observed even when you are working from home. Number 1, check your equipment ahead of time. This is a rule of thumb. Always test your equipment beforehand. Test it out at least 1 hour ahead of your meeting schedule, so you have enough time to troubleshoot in case your audio or video is not working properly. Test your audio levels first. Make sure your mic and audio output are well balanced so you can hear your video mates properly and vice versa. Double check your internet connection speed to make sure it is fast enough for video conferencing. A bad internet connection will decrease the audio and video quality or even freeze the call. If you have other people connected in the same network, ask them to disconnect for a while during your video conference. Test your webcam as well. Make sure it is set at the right angle and not pointing toward something unsightly or inappropriate. Number 2, mute your mic. The more participants there are in a video conference, the higher the levels of static. If it is not your turn to talk, mute your mic until you need to have it on. This eliminates much background noise so that your meeting is of higher quality. Your neighbor's dog may be barking outside your window, or maybe you live in an apartment by the road and there is a lot of traffic sounds, or maybe you have your fan on. Some of these things you can control, like closing your window or turning off the fan. Also, mute your mic if you need to sneeze, cough, or clear your throat. Sudden loud noises can create piercing background noise that can be very disturbing for people on the other side. In short, mute your mic when you are not speaking to reduce disruptive noises. Number 3, pay attention to your background. Your background can take attention away from the main speaker or the topic itself. Avoid setting up in front of loud and eye-catching backgrounds. Select a plain background. Maybe station yourself in front of a bare wall in your house or in any room that doesn't have a lot of foot traffic. Avoid the kitchen or the common spaces where your family members come in and out. If you choose your bedroom, make sure the surroundings are tidy and the bed is made. It looks really unprofessional to have your laundry all over the floor or an unmade bed showing during the video conference. If you don't have solid plain wall, try hanging a plain blanket on your wall. You can also sit by a window as long as you are not backlit. Number 4, choose a well-lit room. It is unprofessional to video conference in the dark. Make sure that you have decent lighting and that your face is visible. Turn on your lights and avoid the spaces that are too dark. Number 5, look presentable. Yes, you are just at home and you most likely don't look as made up at home as you are usually in the office. You don't have to wear full makeup and plan your outfit, but you should be sure to look presentable. Make sure your hair is brushed, your face washed, and free of signs of sleep, and you are presentably dressed. No holey or wrinkled shirts. And wear pants even if you think no one will see you below the waist. Number 6, be punctual. Another rule of thumb is to make sure you are sitting in front of your device and get ready to take the call at least 10 minutes before the agreed upon meeting time. Even if you are only at home, it is polite and respectful to be on time. Other people have their day planned. You wouldn't want to be sitting around waiting, so extend the same consideration to others. Number 7, speak to the camera, not the screen. Most of us tend to look at ourselves on the screen, but it shows on the other side that we are looking something else. Look at the lens of the camera or the green lights on the top center of your computer. I know it is weird to look at the camera. I'm not really good at looking at a camera either. I often forget what I was going to say at the moment when I look at a camera. Keep in mind that looking at the camera is actually virtual eye contact. It will take some practice, but when you are speaking, look straight at the camera so your audience has the feeling that you are talking to them directly. Number 8, find the right timing to speak. It is normal to have questions and need clarification during a video conference, but be mindful of the right timing to raise them. Do not cut off the speaker midway, as they may lose track of what they are talking about and you will break their momentum. Instead, make use of the chat features of the software you are using. If the platform has a raise hand feature, use that. Wait for the speaker to acknowledge you before you vocalize your question. This way, everyone else in the video conference can also pay full attention to your question and the speaker's answer. Be careful not to disrupt the flow. It is difficult to pick up the conversation when it is cut off, and it won't be as high quality as it's supposed to be when it picks back up. Number 9, be mindful of your actions. Have you seen someone get so comfortable that they forget that they are on a video call? I have seen that a lot. I have seen people pick their nose on camera, pick their teeth, stick their hand under their shirt to scratch their skin, chomp on food, drive around in a car, and more. You may have seen the viral video that shows one of the attendees in a video conference call using the bathroom while the video was still on. If you do not want to be the next viral star, be mindful of what you are doing while the camera is on. Never assume that the others in the conference cannot see what you are doing. And don't forget that most video meetings are being recorded. Number 10, pay attention. You are actually more noticeable on camera than you are in an actual meeting room or lecture hall. It is easier to notice if you are not paying attention. You can take notes, but never look like you are not paying attention. It is very disrespectful to be fiddling with your smartphone, doodling on a notepad, or muting your mic so you can talk to someone who is with you at home when someone has taken the time to organize a meeting or a virtual class for you. Pay attention as you would in an actual meeting room or lecture hall. Actually, I advise you to pay even closer attention because it is more difficult to follow up when the video conference is over. In this video, I covered 10 video conference etiquette rules. They are: number 1, test your equipment ahead of time. Number 2, mute your mic when not speaking. Number 3, pay attention to your background. Number 4, choose a well-lit room. Number 5, look presentable. Number 6, be punctual. Number 7, speak to the camera and not the screen. Number 8, find the right timing to speak. Number 9, be mindful of your actions. Number 10, pay attention. A good rule of thumb is, if it is something you do not want to see others are doing on camera, don't do it yourself. Also, never assume that people cannot hear or see you. Whether you are using video conferencing for learning or work, it doesn't hurt to behave professionally. If you have other rules we have to keep in mind for video conferencing, please share them in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching and stay safe.